Hello everyone, and welcome to your best motivational channel. Have you ever felt like you don't really know yourself? Not knowing what deeply motivates you or what you really need to flourish. However, taking the time to observe yourself with kindness and discernment is the key to understanding your strengths and your limitations, identifying your true aspirations, accepting your faults and making informed choices. In this video, I will show you how Stoic philosophy can help you conduct a fruitful introspective examination to better know and accept yourself. You will also discover how this quest for self can bring you more serenity on a daily basis. But before we start, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos that will help you unlock your full potential and achieve your goals. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like the content and share your thoughts in the comments. Now, without further ado, let's dive into this video and start this journey together towards the best version of yourself. How to know yourself according to the Stoics. Know yourself is the injunction engraved at the entrance to the Temple of Apollo at Delphi. This concise formula summarizes all the wisdom of ancient philosophy on the path to self-knowledge. Among the ancient philosophical schools, it was the Stoics who most developed this fundamental question of introspection and the quest for one's own essence. Let's see how they conceived of self-examination as a path to inner serenity. Introspection, the foundation of wisdom according to the Stoics. For the Stoics, self-knowledge is the sine qua non condition for happiness and mastery of one's passions. As Epictetus summarizes in the manual, begin therefore by examining with the greatest care what your own character is, for it is on it that you must work. Before chasing external things or judging others, you should first observe yourself with kindness and sagacity. This regular examination of conscience has several objectives. First, precisely identify your strengths and weaknesses, your natural inclinations as well as the prejudices and automatic thoughts that often lead us astray. Then, clearly distinguish what depends on our will, our thoughts, intentions and actions, from what does not depend on us, external events. Finally, adopt a fair and balanced understanding of yourself in order to guide your life in accordance with your own nature. For the Stoics, the tranquility of the soul does not come from external circumstances but from the lucid look we have on ourselves. By observing ourselves intimately and continually, we gradually refine our self-knowledge and become master of our reactions to the vagaries of existence. Wisdom therefore begins with the inner dialogue that we have with our own conscience. Nothing is calmer than a soul that realizes what it is worth, Marcus Aurelius. The stages of introspection according to the Stoic masters. Stoic sources enlighten us on the methodical approach to adopt to carry out this liberating introspection. Here are the main recommended steps. 1. Carefully observe your usual emotions, thoughts, and behaviors in an honest and caring manner. Do not judge but simply observe what is. 2. Clearly identify your deep intuitions about what is good or bad for you, your real desires and what truly drives your existence beyond social conventions. 3. Accurately distinguish what is within our control, choice, intention, from what is beyond our control, external events. 4. Identify automatic thought patterns, prejudices and illusions that distance us from reason. 5. Take a new look at your strengths, passions and talents in order to make good use of them. 6. Calmly accept your weaknesses and imperfections while continually seeking to progress. 7. Focus on the present while avoiding dwelling on the past or projecting yourself into the future in an anxious way. 8. Take an introspective look at your day every day to adjust your focus and perfect your self-knowledge. 9. Self-knowledge is an infinite process that is renewed every day. According to the Stoics, it is by interacting intimately and tirelessly with our conscience that we gradually manage to master our emotions, freely choose our destiny and live in peace with ourselves. Nothing is so worthy as man for man, Seneca. Loving yourself to love others better. The Stoics believe that self-knowledge is inseparable from loving oneself. It's about adopting a benevolent view of one's own person without ever succumbing to pride or self-satisfaction. Only a lucid and balanced acceptance of who we are allows us to appreciate our true value. This self-love, far from being sterile narcissism, on the contrary opens the doors to compassion towards others. Better understanding our strengths and our limits, our mental habits and our contradictions, we are naturally less inclined to hasty judgment and harshness towards others. Introspection makes us aware of the fact that each individual goes through trials and questions similar to ours. It develops our capacity for empathy and our indulgence towards our common mistakes. Knowing and sincerely loving one's own person thus leads to a greater appreciation of all others in their deep humanity. It is by cultivating our inner garden that we become capable of contemplating all the wonders of the outside world. Marcus Aurelius. Self-knowledge, a never-ending path. Although it advocates self-control, Stoic wisdom refuses all dogmatism. She considers that self-knowledge is an open and infinitely perfectible process. Even the wisest masters recognized that their inner journey remained imperfect and continued every day. More than a definitive result, introspection appears above all as a posture of humility, questioning and continuous learning. Each moment, each trial of life offers material to refine our view of ourselves and to deepen our inner understanding. Far from being a solitary exercise, it also involves listening with discernment to the reactions of those close to us or the vision of others in order to progress. Although we can always do better, we must also know how to savor the progress made on this demanding path. Because if perfect self-knowledge remains an unattainable ideal, each step forward brings us closer to a more serene acceptance and a more peaceful control of our inclinations. This is the meaning of this constantly renewed inner journey recommended by the Stoics. To know one's own nature is to free oneself from the chains of fortune and open the doors to happiness. Seneca. Stoic philosophers invite us to consider self-knowledge as an eternal quest, a source of serenity and inner fullness. Dialogue regularly with one's own conscience through a caring introspective examination allows one to detach oneself from material contingencies to refocus on the essential, the harmony of one's being. Through this demanding but eminently liberating path, everyone can make this ancient wisdom their own and find greater peace and mastery over time. Ultimately, knowing yourself is an ongoing process that requires regularity and kindness towards yourself. If perfect knowledge of one's deep nature remains an unattainable ideal, each introspective step nevertheless allows us to move forward towards better acceptance and understanding of who we really are. Cultivating inner dialogue by observing with wisdom and curiosity what is happening deep within us is a process rich in lessons to better appreciate ourselves and guide our existence. It brings us little by little closer to the serenity recommended by the Stoic philosophers. I hope that the concepts covered in this video will inspire you to explore your inner self in a constructive way. Do not hesitate to share your own thoughts on this journey towards self-knowledge, an inexhaustible source of personal development. It is with this hope that I leave you today. See you soon for new topics.